Well, thank you for joining us today, Barclay, at the SITS 15 show at London Olympia. So as part of the architect team working on ITIL Practitioner, the upcoming qualification, just wanted to have a brief discussion with you. And the first question I have is, why did you decide to join the architect team?
I think, I've been one of those people over the years that have been a little bit on the outside of ITIL and in some cases been quite critical of it.
Yeah.
And in the last couple of years since AXELOS was formed, I've taken quite a positive view about what needs to be done to change it. So
Yeah.
I'm pleased, really delighted to be part of that. In a way, sort of poach your turn gamekeeper.
Yeah.
I have to put my money where my mouth is now. But to me, it's a great opportunity to bring to ITIL the things that I think have been missing, the things that are needed, and do that in a positive and constructive way.
Great. And following on from that, what do you think this qualification is going to mean for practitioners who are taking the training and also the subsequent qualification?
I think what it's going to mean is that they're going to be given more awareness and understanding, appreciation of what is needed to make ITIL and IT service management successful.
Yeah.
The current, certainly at the foundation level, is just really education. It's just, this is what it is.
Yeah.
It's not very much practical. It's not very much practical in there anyway, but what it is doing is I think, providing them with information, ideas, tools, techniques that they can use to make it actually work. So all the stuff that's not been there before, about organizational change, about how you communicate with people, what sort of things to measure, how you know you've succeeded, how you promote and market yourselves. These things have always had to be added into projects, and that's great, but I think the fact that it's going to be up there, up front, will just will speed that process up, so we don't have this gap between, well, we've learned about process, but now how do we actually make it work?
Yeah. And do you think that'll mean a lot for employers and organisations who adopt the framework?
It has to do, because I think the credibility, there is a credibility gap, and that's not necessarily ITIL's fault, but I think there's been too much expectation that it will deliver much more than it can deliver. It can only deliver so much as a process and life cycle framework.
Yeah.
Whereas actually what organizations need is organizational change.
Yeah.
And companies and businesses that simply put people through a training course and expect that will then deliver them success or value are going to fail. So this has got to be moving, and it's not going to change. It's not going to train everybody overnight to be able to deliver, 1,000% more than they currently do.
Yeah.
But it's certainly going to push them and their awareness and the ITIL program much more down that track where they will get practical success. It's all about being practical.
Great. And finally, what do you think is the most exciting element for practitioners of the qualification?
I'll probably tell you that in a few months when we've finished writing it, but I think just the fact that it is an opportunity to create practical, usable content, stuff that people can take, because I think we will have things like toolkits and checklists and stuff that we'll give people coming out of this, as well as guidance on how to make change happen, how to communicate it. So I think the exciting thing is just the fact that it's not trying to be another wordy, process-laden book. It's going to be something that's really usable.
Great. Well, thanks for your time today, and good luck with the rest of the development.
Thank you, my pleasure.